What's up, people? Hold on, let me wet my whistle before we dig in. That's good Mountain Dew. Okay, guys, what has happened to the freight industry? That's a question we all have. What's going on with it? We don't know. But what we know is we're feeling the crunch. We're feeling something. You call about a load, you're normally getting, say, $1,000 on. You're going 300 miles. You call them, and they say 500 bucks. You know, what the hell, man? I've been running this load for last 3 months. I ran it X amount of times. I ran it just last week for 1,000 bucks. And they say, well, the thing is, the market's changed. This is all we got in it. That seems to be a common story. But anyway, nonetheless, we're going to talk about the freight crisis in 2019. That's what I'm touching on right now. It seems like everybody I've spoke with, everybody I've talked to, I mean, everybody's in a sheer panic. Oh my God, we're in a recession. The sky's falling, you know, doom and gloom. And a lot of these people that I've talked to personally, I said, man, just cool your jets, cool your jets. Now, before I dig into this, I will say this. If we make it to April 1st and everything is the same, I might start panicking. But that's okay. I got a way around that as well. For myself and for my followers that took the advantage took the advice that I've given out over the last few years. I can save you too. But let's think about something in per se, you know, history always repeats itself. And when the rates last 2 weeks or so, when the rates just started going downhill and they disappeared. Tupelo, I know nobody in Tupelo, so you gonna get to talk. I'm making a video. Yeah, history always repeats itself, and I remember 2015 very much so. 2015, if you wasn't in the owner-op space, trucking space, if you don't remember it, man, it was terrible. So many people went out of business, and so many people lost their carriers, they lost their trucks, they lost their fleets, houses, bankruptcies, I mean the whole nine. And I witnessed it, and I was actually working, doing what I do now in 2015. And this was back when Kevin Rutherford was always talking about low cost, low. You got to run your business like a business, and that's when I used to say, you know, if you treat your business like a business, it'll pay you like a business, but if you treat it like a hobby, well, it's going to cost you like a hobby. And that being said, 2015 for me personally, it showed me a different way to handle business in trucking. And the thing about trucking is it's kind of like a stock. Okay, let's say a stock A. You know, stock goes up, stock goes down, stock goes up, stock goes down. Anybody's ever looked at the stock market, you know that. And everybody, it's kind of like programmed into you. You never buy into a stock when it's at a high market. Never. Because at that first downtick, everybody starts selling the stock and sells it down tick even more. Okay, if you understand that concept, you got to understand this concept. Trucking is a stock. It goes up, it goes down. It goes up, it goes down. Let's just go back to 2014 when I became an owner-operator. The stock was up here. 2015, it went down. 2015 was way down. Is in a down market. 2016, it kind of leveled up a little bit and it was better than 15. And then 2017, about, I guess, around summertime, went back up. And then in 2018, it went way up. So the stock was way back up here again, higher than it was back in 2014. And the problem there is a lot of people bought into the stock when it's way up here. And when that happens, you've got high monthly obligations. You've got the new truck payments. You know, who cares if it's $3,500 a month? The market's crazy. The rates are through the roof. We're gonna make our money like, you know, nothing. And you will, until the market comes back down, as it's doing right now with the rates. And you got a whole line of people that's in panic mode for good reason. For good reason. I'd be in panic mode myself. So the thing about trucking is just like a stock. You never buy into trucking when the rates are up here. You buy into trucking when the rates are down here. I use my own self as an example because that's all I can speak on. When I became an owner operator in 14, I experienced a great year. 2015, I really had to buckle down. I started digging into everything that I could to save money, have more money per mile. I wanted to roll down the road at the most minimal that I could, because at the time I was on a contract freight, and at the time I was making $1.25 a mile. And I know a lot of you going to think, oh my God, $1.25 a mile? I couldn't survive on $1.25 a mile. Well, that's your thinking. But if you set yourself up for that $1.25 a mile, it ain't that bad. At that $1.25 a mile, I still netted between $70,000 and $80,000 a year as an owner op, and I only worked, on the average of those 3 years at Roadrunner, it was 180 to 200 days out. So the rest of that time, I was at home. So I basically worked half the year. So I dialed it in pretty great, pretty good. And what I'd done was I found out you have to chase the miles. So when you're capped on money like that, you got to chase the miles. So in chasing miles, you have to decrease your rolling expense. What I mean by that is how much it costs to keep that truck rolling down the road per mile. And one of my mentors told me a while back, he said, if you're not rolling down the road at under 60 cents a mile, he said, you're failing. And that's a little ludicrous, and I know a lot of people is going to say that, but I took it to heart. I based my operation, I want to be at 60 cents a mile or under, and that's what I went with. I almost achieved it. I was pretty close, but with the truck payment, yeah, I was pretty close. Anyway, I knew I had to chase the miles, and I had to lower my monthly or my mileage that it cost me to roll down the road. In doing so, I took that gem, I took that turd and polished it and polished it and polished it until I had a fine gem. And I mean, I built everything that I have going now on that same model. When I formed my own authority, when I bought this truck, when I bought the trailer, got my own MC, my own insurance, my expenses went up a little bit, but I still built it off that $1.25 a mile. And it has served me well, served me very well. And the thing about it is, when I came into the market as a carrier, I came in at a low. As a matter of fact, when I bought my truck for $79,000 with 428,000 miles on it, 8,000 hours on the engine. Within 6 months of buying my truck, you could not find this truck no less than $95,000 to $105,000. 6 more months later, you still couldn't find this same truck for no less than $90,000 to $95,000. So there you go. I bought in the truck in stock in a down market. And what I mean by that is, I bought in when the value of the truck wasn't there. The rates go through the roof, the freight picks up, and then the value of the truck goes up because the truck sales go up. With that being said, I bought it down here. If I was to have bought the same truck 6 months later, a year later, I would have gave damn near 100 grand for it, for a used truck, because of what it is. Even still, sitting over almost, we're working on 3 years, 17, 18, 2 years later, I'm still sitting way above equity of what I originally gave for this truck. So it's pretty awesome. But I came into the stock of the trucking stock in a down market. Okay, with that being said, if you happen to buy into the trucking game at a high tick, you're going to have to basically chase miles. You're going to have to get off the rate game and get on the mileage game. And come on, Tupelo, leave me alone. You're going to have to get off the mileage or the rate game and get on the mileage game. And what I mean by that is, if you're on the mileage game, the spot market, and you're picking up a load today, dropping it off tomorrow, if you're in a strong market, I just done a video, go check it out, Weekend Freight, January 21st. The freight markets are strong, the freight volumes are strong. And I've seen a lot of loads, and I showed on video that they're still out there. You just have to be in the strong markets and utilize those. But if you're not in that situation, and you're normally doing that, you need to get off that, and you need to quit running those 300-400 mile load days, or 300 or 400 miles a day. Pick up today, deliver in the morning, pick up another one, deliver in the next morning, pick up another and deliver in the next morning, and so on. I mean, that right there, that's the money. That's the money. But in a down market, that's not the money. You're going to set a lot. You're going to negotiate on cheap lanes, cheap freight. So even if it takes, if you're used to running for $2 a mile, 400 miles a day, that ain't about $800 a day. Get off the rate and go to the mileage. Get on, excuse me, get on coast to coast. For example, if I was in Chicago, I'd be Chicago, Cali, Cali, Chicago, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I mean, that board, the promo link that is down in the description, and check out the lane rates and check out the offers from all the different carriers this week, today, and see what you can do on that lane, because I promise you, you're going to win, because you're going from chasing the rates to chasing the mileage. And you can go out to Cali and back and knock out $6,000 right now from Chicago to Cali, Cali back. You can turn that run in 6.5 days, legal. Get a reset, do it again. Now you're going to turn around, what is it, about 4,700 miles, but is with the MPH, or the miles per the speed limit, let's say that. The speed limit across those states will allow you to do that legally. That's what I would do, because 6.5, 7 days, you're still going to knock out $6,000. After fuel, you're still going to be over around the $4,000 mark, depending on your truck. So, and hell, that comes $16,000 to $20,000 a month. And if you still got that $3,000 truck payment, you know, you're still sitting pretty hefty after fuel and all. So that's what I would do. Get off the rates and chase the mileage. Now, I'm a Georgia boy, so whenever if the markets get down bad enough, that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna come out of Georgia and I'm gonna go to Cali or Seattle. I don't care. When times are tough, you know, you got to get tough with the times, and you got to do what you got to do. But I would go from Georgia to Seattle, Portland, Oregon, Cali, and then I'll turn around and come right back. And yeah, I might only get $1.50. I might only get $1.40. But with that being said, with my operation now, after my first year entrant and the second year insurance and everything dropped down a little bit, my operating expense on this truck is lower than it was on my last truck as a lease guy. So can I make it $1.25 a mile with the mileage? Absolutely. Truth be told, I wouldn't be able to save no money, but I could still keep the lights on at home at $1 a mile. That's true. $1. But like I said, I built my company. I built my business model was built on $1.25 a mile. And when I started my carrier, I built it in a down market. With those strengths backing me, I suggest you try to do the same, and just get off the rates and go to the mileage. Now, that's how you do it. But here's my take on it all. I'm sorry to keep you on so long. I'm ready to go grab me a burger. I'm hungry. It is, what time is it? It is 4:39 Eastern, and I have not ate. My eat schedule is 4 to 10 or 4 to 9. So I'm about to go grab a burger, and later on this evening I have a snack. But I'm hungry. I'm not trying to keep you on here. I'm going on 15 minutes. But here's my take. I'm sorry to hold you up and beat around the bush, but I'm just trying to make this video valuable on my point of view. Now, based on everything I just told you, my history with 2015, 2016, the climb back up 17 and 18, and then 19, and everything just everybody's freaking out. I think everybody's freaking out because in the last year and a half, everybody got used to those great rates, and they failed to remember just a year and a half ago the rates were kind of shoddy anyway. So even if, yeah, in short, January and February is the year's two slowest months. About mid-March, it starts picking back up. So with that being said, it's just like every other year that I've been owner op. It's the same thing. With the added thing with what's going on with the government shutdown, it's affecting it. It's affecting everything. So that's an added pain in the butt to the already slow time of the year. So me personally, I don't think there's anything to fret over. I don't think it's that bad. Just because we have a couple bad weeks, you know, it is the first of the year. It is the slowest time of the year, and the government is shut down. Come on now, we're 31 days now, I think. Anyway, it's been a while. So a lot of things is not customs and all that garbage. I don't, screw the politics. There's just a lot against us right now at the wrong time of the year. So I think, with that being said, if it gets to April 1st, just like I said in the beginning, if it gets to April 1st and it's still garbage like it is now, yeah, I'll probably start panicking. And then I'll probably go on to mileage. And just, you know, I have to work more, but I will power through it. I'll run mileage 6 months, a year, 2 years, whatever I have to do to keep the lights on at home. So that's my opinion, that's my take. And I gotta go.